Welcome to Bloom at the Yoga Gardens for this very short practice. So this is what I would call almost like a wee bit of a yoga practice when you don't really feel like doing too much yoga. So you can do as much or as little of this practice as you feel like. So we're going to begin sitting in easy cross-legged. So bring your feet together or cross your feet at the shins if you can, and then shift the flesh from the sit bones and feel that you're really reaching up, getting energy from your sit bones and sitting up nice and tall. Feel strong, feel good to be alive. Draw your shoulders down, lift your heart up and relax. Nice long slow deep inhale and a nice soft whispery exhale. Inhale and exhale, just letting something go with each breath. Inhale and exhale. So it's so important that we spend, no matter how short a time it is, just a few minutes, even 1 minute, settling yourself, getting yourself into that place where you're really ready for your yoga practice. We can't just dive in. At least I find it difficult just to dive in from what I've been doing previously to get straight into any sort of a practice. So just take another couple of nice, long, slow, deep inhales. A nice soft relaxing exhales, and allow yourself to arrive on your mat. And then if you've closed your eyes, excuse me, allow them to blink open nice and gently. And we're just going to take the right hand and place it to the side of our hip and inhale, reach up with the left hand and just hinge over, a little stretch to the right, nothing too extravagant so early in our practice. Swap hands, left hand down, right hand up, hinge over and back to center. So we'll do one more to each side. Inhale, reach up. So this time feel you're really reaching into the left fingertips and feel a lovely stretch right from the left sit bone right up the left side of the body. Don't let the left knee or the left sit bone come up. And exhale, release, other side. Right side. And again, really reach into the right fingertips, press into the right sit bone. Big stretch. And gently bring yourself back to center. And now we're just going to take the right ear down towards the right shoulder. And if you want to, you can press your left hand away just to increase the stretch a wee bit. So don't allow this right shoulder to roll up. So maybe even think left ear to the ceiling as you drop your head over to one side. So keep pressing into the left hand, just increases the stretch a little bit. And then gently back to center, and we'll swap sides. So we're going to press the right hand down as if we're pressing into an imaginary surface, and then feel or think right ear up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing into the right hand, keep pressing or lifting the right ear up towards the ceiling. Don't let the shoulder come up to help you. And back to center. So we're going to do that one more time. So we're going to take the left hand out, take the left ear up towards the ceiling. And this time, if you want, you can take your right hand and just place it in your left ear and just allow the weight of your hand. You're not pulling in your head at all. You're just allowing the weight of your hand to gently increase that stretch up the left side of the neck, and you're pressing into the left hand, into your imaginary surface. Gently release your right hand and bring your head back to center. We'll do the other side. So left hand presses into the imaginary surface. Take the left ear down towards the shoulder, or the right ear up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing into the right hand, and then if you want, the left hand comes to the right ear, and just the weight of the hand extending, increasing the stretch a tiny wee bit. So pressing away. One more breath here. Gently release the left hand, bring your head back to center, and then we'll just do a few wee circles with the nose one way, and then back the other way. So you're not flinging your head about, literally just circling with your nose and noticing how that feels. And then from here, we're just going to roll forward into tabletop. So your knees are below your hips, your wrists below your shoulders, and you're actively pressing the floor away. Press into the base of the index finger and thumb. Press the floor away. Take a big inhale. Drop your belly down towards the floor, bottom up towards the ceiling, and lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your tail, press the floor away around your shoulders. Inhale, tuck your tail, lift your heart center up. Exhale, round your shoulders. And this time, bring your bottom back down onto your heels. And if you can, bring your forehead down onto the mat. Stretching your arms out in front. With each inhale, getting length. Each exhale, maybe sitting your bottom a wee bit closer towards your heels. And maybe give your third eye a little massage here on the mat. Third eye is so important for our intuition, for our gut feeling of what's right and what's wrong. One more breath here. And then draw your hands back, bring yourself up and meet me in Vajrasana. And we're going to do a few rounds of mini Surya Namaskar. So lovely, gentle way to start off your practice or to warm up any time. So hands together at your heart center. If it doesn't suit you to sit kneeling like this, you can come into high kneeling. So it really, you're still getting the full benefit. So hands to your heart center, drop your shoulders down. Inhale, sweep your arms up, tiniest little bit of a back bend. And exhale, fold forward and down again into extended child. Inhale, bring yourself up into tabletop. Tuck your toes under and exhale into down dog with your knees bent really deeply, pressing the floor away. Don't let the weight come forward. Inhale back into tabletop. Exhale into extended child. Inhale, tiny wee back bend, and exhale, hands to your heart center. So we're going to keep going. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, fold forward and down into extended child. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Down dog with deeply bent legs. Maybe have a wee wriggle this time. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale into child's pose. Inhale up into your tiny back bend. Exhale, hands to your heart center. So we're going to do that again, but we'll add a couple of cat-cow in the middle. So you'll know what I mean when we get there. Inhale, arms back into your back bend. Exhale, fold forward into child's pose. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale into your cat pose, tail tucked under, chin to chest. Inhale, drop your belly, bottom up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your toes under into down dog with bent knees. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale, child. Inhale, your back bend. So we're going to do one more of those. Exhale, fold forward and down into child's pose. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale, navel to the spine, tuck your chin, shoulders rounded. Inhale into your cow pose. Exhale, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog, knees bent deeply to begin with, and this time we're going to begin to straighten one leg at a time. Maybe even have a little rock and roll, and of course keep breathing here. I did tell you to exhale into down dog and haven't mentioned a breath since then, but keep breathing. Let your head go. And then when you're ready, inhale. Bring your knees down into tabletop. Exhale into extended child's pose. Inhale into your tiny wee bit of a back bend, and exhale, hands to your heart center. And just a little pause here. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. So from here, we're going to come forward again into tabletop, and this time we're going to step through with the right foot and leg. So we're in a quite nice long lunge. So right knee and ankle in line with each other, and come onto your fingertips so that you can really lift your heart up toward the ceiling. And maybe you'll swing your arms back. So we're flying. What are we doing? Flying, swimming, whatever. And stay here, or if you want to, you can tuck the toes of the back foot under and lift that back knee off the floor. But you don't have to do that. You're still getting the benefit here. So whether you're here or here, it really doesn't matter. So we'll all bring our knee down again, and then we're going to swing our arms forward and bring yourself up into a low lunge. So drop your shoulders down, look up between your hands. Really feel strong. So you're lifting up from the pelvic bowl. Lift up, shoulders dropping down. One more big inhale here. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center and begin to turn towards the right leg. So try and keep the right leg exactly where it is and turn towards the right. Maybe look over your right shoulder. One more breath here. Gently release your hands. Plant the right hand down and inhale, plant the left hand down. Inhale up with the right, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One more. Inhale up, exhale down. Come onto your fingertips and bring your right foot back and just get yourself back into your nice neutral tabletop. Maybe give your hips a little bump from side to side, and then we're going to step the left foot through again this time. So again, quite nice long lunge on your fingertips, lifting your heart center through. Lifting up, feel strong. So press strongly into the front foot, release your hands, and we're flying. Well done, this is strong. So don't worry about lifting the back knee at all. Here you know what's coming. So ideally front knee and ankle in line with each other. Lift your heart up, feel strong. Maybe you'll tuck the toes of the back foot under and lift the back knee off the floor. You don't need to do this at all. And down. So whether you're here or here, your choice. See how you feel. We'll all bring our knee down to the floor And inhale, reach up. Lift up and drop your shoulders down. So lifting up and lunging a little deeper. Inhale up, exhale, lunge a little deeper. One more breath here. And then hands to your heart center. Big inhale and take the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Keep pressing into both feet. Lifting up. Wee gentle twist. Feel strong. Lovely. One more breath. Gently bring yourself back to center. Plant the right hand down. I think I've got it right this time. And inhale up with the left. Exhale down. Inhale up. Feel you're lifting the right ribs up towards the ceiling. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Both hands to the floor and step back into your tabletop position. Take your knees out the full width of your mat, big toes to touch, and sit yourself back down onto your mat, stretching the mat away. And this time we're going to have a wee rock from side to side to begin with, and then we're going to walk our hands round towards the left side of our mat. So you're getting a stretch down the right side of the body. Keep pressing into the right sit bone if you can. Walk your hands back to center and roll away round to the right. Walk your hands back to center and bring your forehead back down to the floor, and then begin to walk your hands back. Bring yourself up. Sweep your legs to one side and bring your feet out in front of you. So you can find that little spot just behind your sit bones and before your sacrum. So there's a little kind of a hollow there, and squeeze your legs in towards your chest, and maybe your feet will begin to lift off the ground. They maybe won't, it doesn't really matter. Bring your chest towards your thighs and your thighs towards your chest. Maybe keep your toes on the floor if that's okay, if that's better for you. Shoulders soft. Maybe you lift one toe off the ground. Maybe you lift the other foot off the ground. Maybe you lift them both off the ground. Maybe you leave go. Maybe you won't. It doesn't really matter. You are wherever you are for your practice today. Breathe, smile, feel good to be alive. And then maybe from here, whoops, don't run out of mat like me. You'll begin to roll down into Shavasana. So just one little twist we're going to do before we finish. Bring your knees in towards your chest. A wee rock from side to side. And then cross the right knee over the left. Take your arms out in crucifix if that's comfortable. You can even tuck the toes of the back foot, of the right foot under. If this is too much, plant the left foot in the floor. If you want to work a wee bit harder, take a big inhale. And with control, take the knees down towards the left hand. Try not to press into this left hand as you do it. Great temptation to do that. Keep your right shoulder nestled into the floor. If it lifts off, just bring yourself back a little bit and then know that's where your spot is. So when you feel you can't go any further, then you drop your left foot onto the floor. Maybe give the right hip a wee stroke. And just notice where you're feeling this. One more breath. And then try and use your core to lift your knees back rather than kind of pressing into your arm, back to center, and we'll change the cross of our legs. So again, you don't need to tuck the toes, but if you can, it's probably better. Big inhale, and again, this time right foot on the floor if you need to. And exhale, drop the knees down towards, so we're really aiming more towards the right shoulder than the right hand. And keep this left shoulder nestled in the floor. Turn your head and look over your left shoulder. And then when you've gone as far as you can drop the right heel, right foot onto the floor. And just notice how it feels on this side. One more breath here. Notice the difference between this side and the other side. And then again, try and use your core. Inhale, back to center. Undo the cross of your legs. And maybe just take your feet out the full width of your mat and allow your knees to knock in. And bring one hand onto your tummy and one hand onto your heart center. Soften your shoulders down. And you're ready for your relaxation. So just feel that connection between the breath, between the two hands, between the belly and the heart center. Lifting, expanding in the inhale, softening and relaxing on the exhale. In and out. In and out. So please feel free to stay here for as long as you have time, as long as you feel you need to. But thank you so much for joining me for this short practice. Something just to get you started for the times when you don't really have time to do yoga. So bring your hands together at your heart center. May the love in our hearts guide the words that we speak and the thoughts that we think. Namaste.